Good morning, beloveds. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you guys. I need to edit this. Oh, I have to add something. Hi. Hopefully you were able to jump on with me last night for the live watch. I watched it live. It was really, really good. I was disappointed in Jasmine. I feel so sorry for her. Everyone was able to jump on and see and watch. And I'm trying to edit this because I want us to be able to do the grow. I want to add grow too in there. So, how's everyone doing today? Season is over. I'm absolutely happy about it. It was a real drag. It's like, okay, go ahead, get it over with already. It was really like dragged out. So I'm happy that it's over, and hopefully we'll see what happens next week. Next week, I just don't think any of them are going to stay together next week. So it will be interesting to see. My Cup Bride Squad. Good morning, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm back. So let me try to share this, and hopefully a couple of people will join us from there. I'm gonna start. I'm not gonna stay on long. I will wait. So, was last night the expected result? What happened last night? Was that what you expected? I was extremely surprised at Jasmine. Okay, I'm typing this in my Facebook group, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna recap. Stop. I see a few people on. Say good morning. Ooh, it's hot and nice. It's not. Is it not connecting? And then I'm going to start because I have to run. I have to run. Oh, it's not connecting. Huh. Yes, here you go. Here you go. Share this in my group, and then we're going to start. We're going to start because I'm not going to stay on long. Just in case there's anyone that did not see it, didn't have the patience, didn't have the patience to watch it all. Delete that too. Oh, it says please wait while trying to reconnect. Okay, it's trying to reconnect, guys. Okay, trying to reconnect. in and out. Okay. Okay, guys. So last night was the decision day. Um, decision day for the couples. Again, if you are not aware, couples are they are Will and Jasmine, African American couple, Kristen and Keith, also African American couple, Luke and Kate, Caucasian couple, and AJ and Stephanie, also Caucasian couple. And this is the first year having four couples. I've been watching from season one with Doug and Jamie. Can't stand Jamie. Monet and Vaughn, love Monet, love Vaughn. I think they could have worked. And Courtney and Jason, I thought they were a beautiful couple. I think it was just a wrong time for Jason to be getting married. His mom was sick, then she passed. And they've been married for 6 years and they finally gotten a divorce and they haven't had any kids. So maybe they knew all along that it wasn't gonna work out. Okay. So from season one to season eight, I've been here. I love the show. I couldn't have done it, but I love it. So this season, this is the first season they're having four couples, which was interesting. So last night, guys, please be sure I'm going to put the link in here of my playlist of all the shows that I did coming up to this. But please be sure to watch the playlist. I love Jasmine. I understand Jasmine. I did a video which turned into two videos about her, how as African American, as women of color, because I'm not African American, but as women of color, we need to drop the independent black woman persona because it's being we don't mean we don't want a man. We just we don't want to bob the bill. We don't want a homosexual. We don't want nothing like that. We want a prepared man who has prepared himself to be a good husband for us and to provide for us. And yes, while Jasmine is she became self-sufficient, so she can take care of herself and provide for herself. She is able to take care of herself and be self-sufficient does not mean she does not want a man who can provide for her. And unfortunately, Will was not it. Okay, Will, Dr. Pascal said Jasmine was the breadwinner. So right there, and then he wanted to go 50-50. Jasmine said, no, 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 no. We believe a husband is to provide. I do believe that too. When I was dating and choosing my husband, I dated and chose him with in mind that to provide because my dad, who's a pastor, told me the least a man, aka a husband, can do for his wife is to provide a roof over her head, her table, added the comfortable roof and food on my table. So yes, even though Jasmine is able to provide for and take care of herself, does not mean she wants a build a bob or a fixer upper or a man she has to take care of. That is not what that means because she's an independent black woman. And a lot of people came down hard from her. Good morning, that is family tree. Excuse me. Good morning, my dear. Thanks for jumping on with me. Do you watch the show, Married at First Sight? We're talking about the show, but we're also growing our tribe and joining each other's family. And I forgot to add that, but I'll add it once the video's over. Okay, so I love Jasmine. She reminds me of myself. We just connected yesterday. Thank you, Nitty. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me run by your house. I'm sure I've been to your house already. Do you watch at first sight? Okay. So remember to give me a thumbs up, guys. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. So last night it was finale day. And so throughout the whole season, I was struggling to make the marriage work, as a lot of women struggle in, in their marriages to make the marriage work. I think you did. Thank you. As a lot, Jasmine, the reason why Jasmine to me is so significant, you guys know I wrote my book, The Naked Wife. Where is my book? The Naked Wife. Here's a copy of here. My book, The Naked Wife, stories of wives struggling trying to make the marriage work. This is why, single ladies, it is important to choose wisely, because the man you choose will determine the rest of the marriage work. Having sex, he was not emotionally attracted to her, and so she struggled throughout the whole season to make the marriage work. He said he likes smart women. I can see that. I like smart men. Like, I have to marry a brilliant man. My husband is a smart man. I couldn't marry nobody that's not smart. Okay. So I can understand Will's saying that he's attractive to I hope you guys can see my green glitters. You can't. Attractive to smart women. I definitely understand that. And I think Jasmine is smart, but not the smart that he likes. But I think also Will was making a lot of excuses. He was making a lot of excuses. Even with the kiss, he found a problem with that. Will just was not attracted to her. And we saw throughout the whole season. Now, there was a little bomb that was dropped, and I will add it to this link of rumors that I've heard, because I want you guys to watch it, because we are helping to grow each other's family. So I want you to watch that little secret. I'm going to put the link in here of why they said it's also possible why Will was not attractive to Jasmine. So I'm going to post the link here. All right. It's a part of this playlist, but I'm going to add it here just in case anyone want to kind of save it to see later today. All right. So, so last night, beloved, I just knew without a shadow of a doubt that both Jasmine and Will were going to say they wanted a divorce. Well, it came time. They said what they wanted to say and want to stay married. Beloveds, I could lovers. Admire that first side. I call my family lovers. Lovers. I could not believe I could not believe Jasmine wanted to stay married to Will. After to make the marriage work, interest, he acted as if he was being held hostage. Why? Will is not interested in Jasmine. He just wanted the marriage to be over. Okay. So I was very surprised that Jasmine would say she wanted to stay married. But that's the issue with a lot of women. We see it not working, but we're still pushing our way and forcing our way to try to make it work. But if he is not doing his part, it's not going to work. Marriage will takes two people, husband and wife, working at it to make it work. And this whole season, Jasmine worked at this marriage all. Jasmine, was a little desperate, Jasmine. Show you that he wanted to stay married to you. So why would you want to stay married to him? Why, Jasmine? I want to know. Please call me, girl. Text me. Okay. So I knew Will want to be out of the marriage. So of course, Jasmine said she wanted to stay, and Will is like, no, I don't want to stay. I want to divorce. Jasmine told Jessica started to cry. And Pastor Cal started to cry. Pastor Cal got upset. He was like, wait, what? He said, you have a lot to learn, Will. And Dr. Pastor Cal said Jasmine could have helped Will to, what's the word he used? Trot, Stratosphere his life. See, I kind of have a problem. You're like about to hit 40. You have to be ready, bro. Brothers, you don't have to be on point. You don't have to be ready. I say I give you until you're about 30 to get it together. But definitely, let me turn this up so he's in the top and I can hear. definitely by 40. And Will is what, 37? And he's still not there. Now he want to go become a D while you go pursue this at 40. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying that this is probably not the time. You should have done this when in your young days. If this is something you've always wanted to do, you should be at least coaching some high school football, some high school teams right now. But he's not doing that. So to me, Jasmine is like, well, wait a minute. Well, how are we gonna survive? Because he want her to take care of him. And I think they both need the same thing. They're both looking for somebody to take care of them, which Jasmine is excused as as Jasmine. I do believe is to provide for and take care of his wife and his family. So on in Jasmine's defense, she's okay because that's what a husband is to do, is to take care of his wife and his family. Okay. But I was very surprised, Jazz. I was shocked. That was my number one shocker of the night. I was extremely, I was just shocked, 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 shocked. I just couldn't believe that Jasmine wanted to stay married. Will, after all that. So, and maybe next week we'll try to find out why she wanted to stay with him. But I, for the life of me, I don't know why. Okay, I think Will is just not in the place. And a lot of people say he got turned off because she wanted him to provide, provide, husbands, provide, brothers. If you're dating, okay, most of us are. Some don't mind going 50-50. I'm talking to single ladies. I'm not talking to married couples. I'm talking to single ladies and date and single brothers. I'm not talking, if you're married, it is what it is. Okay. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the single ladies and the single brothers who's dating to get married. Okay. All right. Now, then it was off to Stephanie and AJ. We kind of figured, all of us figured that they would stay together, even though we were saying Stephanie needed to run for her life. We kind of figured that AJ and Stephanie was going to stay together, even though saying, "Run, girl, run for your life, my dear." But she didn't run; she stayed, and I was disappointed. But I kind of understand because she's older. She want to get married. She want to be married. She want to have kids, and so I definitely understand. But she really did not need to stay with him because it just was, just to me, it's just not safe. AJ is unhealthy. He needs anger management. He is sick. I know a lot of the brain injury that he had, and I totally understand that. But at the same time, I just think that he needed, and I'm very surprised and sorry that his family or other people didn't get him some help earlier because AJ is totally unhealthy. He is totally sick, and he needs to go and because I fear for Stephanie. I fear for Stephanie's life that he's going to get so angry at her and so upset at her that he's probably going to hit her or something. Like last week when they were in the gym and he was tired. Instead of him taking a break, he got all angry and he got all upset and he was throwing things and kicking things and I'm like, well, no, that's not what adults do. Okay, adults don't do that. Adults figure it out, make it work, and come back. If it's not working, if let's say you're at the gym, if you're at the gym and you get tired, there's no need for you to get angry and upset and start kicking stuff, throwing stuff. You just take a break and come back. Take a break and control, but that's what it is. I think he does not know how to control his, I don't like the word control, is to learn to, I don't like the word control because he's a grown man. Okay. My 4-year-old, we can say, okay, he's a baby, but AJ is a grown, almost 40-year-old man. Okay. So, AJ needs to go get some help. And we can see from next week's re- they show snippets of what's going to happen next week. He was saying, my anger just kept building and building, building and building, and then he exploded. You're 40. You can't explode at 40, sir. Okay, you're not 18 months. So I hope for your life, okay? Do not stay. All right. And I feel, especially for the older girls, Stephanie, Jasmine, I feel their pain because they're older, not at age 90. Ain't nobody trying to have no baby at 90. Okay. I got married when I was almost 36. I had my son at 37. I had my daughter when I was 16. She's going to be 25, are 2 years apart. I mean, 20 years apart. And, my doctor had told me, Janice, don't wait. Go ahead and do it now. But, I said, no, we want to wait. We want to give the baby some time, which we wanted a year. Worships his mother. She is his God. And it just wasn't a good time. And unfortunately, this year, to be with the Lord. And so we started last year on our son's third birthday. He's 4 now. It's been a year. We've been trying, nothing yet. And so we have made some appointments to go see our doctors because, they want you to try a year on your own before they can run tests and see what's going on. So I understand Stephanie, I understand Jasmine, I understand older women who want to get pregnant, and I understand my friend. How are you? Oh, it's going in and out. It says my computer's going in and out. Welcome, my darling. Thank you. I have to watch out for you to make sure when you're on live that I can jump on with you. Hi, Anne. Good morning. Well, but we're also growing. And ladies, let me tell you, I've only been on YouTube for about a month, and I already have over most views for me reviewing this show. Like I did the live stream for the show last night, and when I woke up this morning, I was already at 1.3 views. Okay, so I know a lot of us ladies are trying to get our hours in. I think I'll be fine with my hours because if in 1 month I got you need 4,000 hours. In 1 month, I got over 2,000 hours view time. So if there's a show you really like that has to do with your niche, try to do a live stream with you. And then when I had 27 hours. I was only on for like an hour and a half, but I had 27 hours watch time. FYI, to do that review because in 1 month I had over 2,000. So I'm already halfway there with my hours. So I know by the end of this month I'll have my hours. Now I need to get some family members, if you know what I mean, because I only have like 387 family members. But I'll get that. Notice with a lot of us starting out, I'm gonna have the hour. I don't have the family members, but we're praying to believe that. So FYI, my beloveds, save like a pro. And Ann and Nettie's family, if you haven't gotten your hours yet, try to do like a live stream on a show. All right, beloved. So let me finish. So we talked about Jasmine and Will. We talked about Jay, and now we're going to talk about Kay and Luke Oman. I don't know. Now we are don't know this for a fact. Okay, excuse me. All this season we thought they were not having sex, y'all. Only for Kate to break the news 2 weeks ago that they've been having sex this whole season, but Luke has told her not to tell anyone, tell the experts. This is a married couple now. Okay. Stay like a pro. Tell me, do you have your hours and your family members? And do you have your family members and your hours? Know how to help each other out. Because I have a Facebook group that I can share you guys in. Um, So all this season, they didn't want anybody to know that they're having sex, which makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. And every Kate brings up the sex, he's looking at her. Ladies, I'm assuming we're all Nitty's family. Three, I think we're all ladies. I don't know if we're all mommies, but you know when your little 2 year old, 4 year old is acting up in church or wherever, and you give them that look like did not talk to you house, it's like you ain't got no home training. That's how Luke looks at Kate. So even last night, when she's like this tall. She's like Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's like this tall, but she's such a sweetheart. She's like she's attraction me too. Child. I don't know how people just lay there and have sex. I couldn't do it. I can't. Luke is gonna say, well, we don't let's so Jessica, which I call Garden Tool Jessica, because with the other cast members 2 seasons ago, Jessica says, oh, she can answer if she wanted to. And then Luke was dropping what he does. He manipulates her and he try to um drop words. He's a narcissist. He's abusive. I don't know how they allow this to go on this whole season. So he was trying to drop words for Kate to stay with him because he said he did not want to get a divorce. Last week, he didn't want to get a divorce. So Kate said, oh, he's right. She wants to be married. A husband, same thing with Jasmine and Will. A husband has to adore you. Single ladies, if you are on here, married ladies, you have to go to the counselors. Or on here, you're single and you're dating for marriage, which is what my channel is about. Your husband, all the adore and oh, I love you, oh my God, adore you. Okay, wives are to be for them. My daughter. Every time I go out and see something I want to buy for her, she don't need anything. You understand? My daughter, if I all her shoes, I can pay. Well, my husband can pay the mortgage. I don't pay the mortgage. I don't shoes. But if I sell all my daughter's shoes, we adoring when my husband send me flowers. Oh, I love it. But my husband adores me. And ladies, dating ladies, make sure the guy you choose, remember, the man you choose will determine the rest of your life. Make sure he adores you. If you're the one doing all the adoring and calling and begging, and when you're going to come see me, when you're going to take me out, what you're going to do for me, don't do it. Don't. Then you'll be like Kate and Will and Jasmine. You don't want that. Okay. So then it's ready to be a husband. Okay, I think he's on his way to being a good husband. Parents, he lived with his grandmother and his mother, but he is not ready to marry. It's a responsibility. It is a weight. Okay, it's a weight. The baby probably took it. It says fixer of everything. I bought that for my husband for Christmas because he is my fixer of everything that God created him to fix. It's buffering. I just do not think he's ready. It says, please wait, we're trying to reconnect. Please wait. 5 or 10 years, Keith will be ready, but at this moment, he's not. Jasmine need a man's man, somebody who's about the business. Okay, Jasmine and Will. They need Jasmine and Kristen. They need a man's man, somebody who's about the business, somebody who's about fixing the issues, somebody who's about getting it done. Not somebody she has trained because Kristen is training him. Oh, Jesus. I mean, it just sounds like my little boy. Like the Bible say, train them up in the way they should go. And I feel like that's what you're doing. Training him. I mean, Kristen is doing, training him. And people think, oh, that's good. You don't come in a marriage, husband, for a wife to train her son. I am training my son along with my husband, praise Jesus, for him to grow up to how to be, training him in other areas. Okay. At 2.5, 3 years old, he was opening the door for me. Why? Because he saw his father doing it for me. If when I go to pick him up at school, those big old school doors, he would run. I got the door, mommy, let me do it, let me get the door. And he would fight and he would pull the door and he would hold it. Go ahead, mommy, go ahead, mommy, go ahead. Why? He is learning, because that's why his father do for me. He is learning how to be a man. Okay, so coming in a marriage as a little boy, and that's what a lot of our and mothers did, train their husbands how to be men. Because people talk about we've been married for 50 years. Child, please, babies he don't had in the streets. Tell me about how he beat you. And of course, this is not everybody. But marriage didn't stay together 50 years ago because it was better or anything. Women just didn't have a lot of options. A lot of women didn't have a lot of options, so they had to stay. Okay. Grandmother, they didn't have a lot of options. They had to stay there. I know a lot of older church, they didn't have a lot of options, so they have to stay there while he cheat, while he abused her, while he was a. They couldn't just pick up their 8 or 10 kids and leave because he was the breadwinner. And so in this century, we have a lot more options, so we're not putting up with and dealing with a lot of crap that our mothers and our grandmothers and our auntie with. So, and in my book called The Marriage Counselor, that's it. We don't have to stay with an abusive husband. We don't have to stay with a cheating husband. We don't have to stay with a man who's not doing right. Marriage counselor. I spoke to a marriage counselor to do this book also. Just say there is no difference. The only difference is in this day and time, we have more options. So we're not putting up with and dealing with all that our grandparents and our mothers deal with. Because I'm 42, my mom is 62. Is back home to pray while her husband was beating her behind. Let's talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Okay. And all I can think about is how many times did she go to the church and the bishop and say, he's beating me, and bishop sent her back home. She cannot go. And I asked my dad, I say, all I can think about is how many times did she go to pastor and say, pastor, my husband is beating me, abusing me, and pastor and the church folks send her back home to pray. Y'all don't want to talk about that, church folks. Well, we want to talk about how marriage was better 50 years ago in marriage. No, let's talk about everything on them. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Years ago, we're going to talk about everything. Hello, how is everyone doing this morning? Hello, James. Hi. Do you watch the show Married at First Sight? I'm doing a Marriage at First Sight recap, but we're also growing our family. Grow. So I'm going to stay on for another 10, 15 minutes. All right, guys, I know I got off of, the naked wife together and 2 couples leave divorcing. Guys, please remember to give me a thumbs up. Thank you. And James, let me come by your house though. Okay. So Kristen and Keith is staying together. I think next week for the 6 months check-in, they're going to be together. At the 6 months check-in, they're not going to be together. Oh no, James, we're not. James, have you been to my house, James? I haven't been to your house. I'm coming over to your house right now. Okay, guys. All right, so I know we're small in numbers. If you have not each other next week, and so in the we're going to see him, Will and Jasmine, to get back together because he said, "Can this work?" or something like that. Y'all want to get back together. Kate says next week You still have a Facebook page up that says you are in a relationship. So I don't know what that's about. And building and building, and then it just explode. 40-year-old man, come on. Agent needs help. So that's the previews. Has everyone been to each other's has everyone been to each other's house? Make sure you say hello. Did everyone enjoy this season? Do you think this was a good season, a better season? Um, I just think that the creators are they're not doing it because people really cared. I think it for drama because and sure when Jasmine was saying what she wanted in a husband, I am 100% sure she said husband who was a provider. They are doing this for drama. Why isn't this going? Why didn't they make sure that she was matched up with somebody who was a provider? I know survive, but let me tell you guys, limited. And it's so unfortunate that Vaughn and Monet didn't work out because it could have worked. I think with some counseling, they could have worked. I think that Monet that Vaughn that Jasmine was a gold digger because she wanted her husband to provide. I'll pay, you know. And so Vaughn was a Army Reserve, and he came home from the Army Reserve and disappointed in Mona. They could have. Hey, who's my I'll do an hour, okay? So you don't have to rush. All right? Huh? Is the baby up? Okay, goody. All right, my beloveds. Another 4 minutes and then I'm gonna jump off. Let me just try to get an hour in today. So hopefully everyone is raised, and I pray that it all works out. You that your dreams will come to pass. Okay, okay, okay.